The Queen's Search for the Chosen One. Welcome back, dragon enthusiasts and fantasy fans, to our channel. Today we dive deep into the mystical world of dragons with an exclusive tale from the archives of legend. Get ready for an epic journey with the Queen's Search for the Chosen One. Make sure to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell so you never miss an adventure. Now sit back, relax, and let your imagination take flight. It was a breathtaking view from the cave. From here, I could see the entire mountain rim. The rock faces tumbled over one another, covered with a dense mix of vegetation and brush. Occasionally, a small animal would dart from the deep shadows of the bushes, moving with a freedom that I allowed it for a time. That freedom, however, was something I could easily decide to take away. My body would surely have told you that. This body, immaculate and powerful, was blessed as one of a dragon's finest offspring. They call me the Queen, but I do not feel like one. My power, once unchallenged, is now under threat. I would survey all of this with relish. After all, this was my domain. All the beasts of the rock were mere pests before my supreme might. I determined their fate with a mere rumble from my stomach, signaling when one's time had come. I could smell them, even those foul-smelling humans who dared to climb my mountain. I sensed them approaching. Their stench was the foulest in the forest, but for all their advancement as a species, they were dreadfully boring. They all smelled the same. Not that it mattered to me. When they ventured this far, they made for a decent snack. Noisy creatures, these humans, and spineless too. At least the animals put up a fight, though it did them no good. I took a deep breath, my body pressing against the ground as I stretched my wings intermittently over my head. Waving my tail, I continued to watch the little critters scurry across the landscape. They used to roam freely on the hillsides, crossing deep ravines without a care. Now the trees and bushes were their preferred hiding places, choosing to navigate the canyons and ravines to avoid my gaze. Smart little pests. They provided a challenge for a time, but no longer. My eyes are sharp. Nothing moves without me seeing it. "My Highness!" A low, shrill voice broke through my thoughts. "What did I tell you about interrupting me when I'm up here, thinking?" I replied firmly. "This I am sure you would love to hear, my queen." "Oh, what is it?" I turned to face him. Yain, a white-skinned man with light brown hair neatly rolled over the sides of his head. He grinned as he spoke. "They have found the Chosen One." My interest piqued. Finally, I could address this nuisance. "Good work, Yain. Where is he?" "Australia," he answered. "Australia!" I roared, forgetting I was still in my dragon form. My voice echoed through the cave, shaking the walls. Rocks crumbled and fell, creating a distant rumble on the other side of the mountain. A landslide. The worst of it seemed to have passed, and as I peered outside, I saw snow and debris cascading down into the lake. It didn't concern me. "Where in Australia?" I demanded. "He's on Drogon's property known as the Outback," Yain explained. "Ah, of course." Drogon, a well-respected dragon among his kin, once close to the son of the original king, the Old One. I knew I could defeat them without much trouble. The real issue was not Drogon or his kin, but the boy. The Chosen One. Now I had to rethink everything. Life was becoming more complicated. I had used my human slaves to try and capture him, but he slipped through my trap. How could he have been caught and then found himself in Australia? No matter. I needed a definite location, and now I had it. "How did you find him? Did the slaves track him down?" I asked. "No," he revealed his location. I stared at him. "What?" "Yes, he used telepathy to send out an invitation to join his community of dragons, as he called it." I laughed. "What is he, 12? What a ridiculous idea." "Well, perhaps he thought of reuniting the dragons. Our kind hasn't seen such unity in ages." His naivety will be his undoing," I snarled back. "Should I call the others?" Yain asked cautiously. I considered for a moment, sliding my body over the rocks, my wings notched under the cave's bumpy roof. "No. I don't need a herd of slaves escorting me on such a journey. I plan to observe the boy, not attack. At least not yet. If Drogon is training him, he must be weak. I need to see this for myself, for..." The thought of Garth and his daughter crossed my mind. If his daughter were to choose me as her ruler, I could manipulate her father. An intriguing idea. I impressed myself with my cunning plans. "Yain, prepare the human slaves. I want them ready in case I need to call upon them," I commanded. Yain bowed. "As you wish, my queen." It was time to see this Chosen One for myself. If he were stronger than Drogon, I might need to act sooner than anticipated. Stretching, I let out a cry of relief. My wings spread wide, and with a powerful thrust, I launched from the cave. The wind gathered beneath me, lifting me high above the snow as it parted beneath my prow. Catching a glimpse of the sun's glare, I knew Australia wouldn't be too far of a journey. But first, a meal. Scanning the terrain below, I sensed movement. A bush shook, and out of the corner of my eye, I spotted a creature moving among the trees. Fool, you should have remained hidden. Tightening the muscles in my legs and abdomen, I dove downward. My talons struck, snatching up a red stag from the brush. It struggled, but I held fast, lifting off into the sky, hiding in the cover of the clouds. With a swift bite, I ended the stag's life and devoured it whole. Satisfied, I hunted 2 more large stags. Though not completely full, it was enough for now. My journey continued, leisurely pacing through the vast skies. This chosen one would not escape me. As I soared through the clouds, I noticed 2 figures approaching from a distance. 2 dragons, a dark blue one and a green one, circling in the sky, seemingly engaged in some form of aerial practice. The green dragon flew with precision and efficiency, while the blue one seemed more reckless, wasting its energy with unnecessary maneuvers. I watched them, feeling a mixture of amusement and disdain. "They feel safe here," I muttered to myself. "This should be easy." As I approached the dragons, I caught sight of another, a brown dragon that kept a distance, swooping in only to make sneak attacks. It seemed they were training, testing their aerial combat skills. I observed their tactics carefully, trying to discern which one might be the chosen one. Suddenly, a white dragon appeared, diving headfirst into the lake below. A massive splash sent water cascading into the air, glistening in the sunlight like a waterfall. I flinched, losing my footing on a nearby ledge. I slipped, my wings catching me at the last moment, and I landed awkwardly between 2 rocks. "Damn it!" I growled, steadying myself. I had to remain undetected. I decided to find a place to rest and regroup. I found a small nest I had used previously to spy on Drogon. It was hidden among a tight net of trees near a spring, nestled between 2 hills. Here, I could watch Drogon's camp without being seen. I settled down, my eyes scanning the landscape for any sign of the chosen one. As the sun began to set, I felt my strength waning. I would have to feed again soon, but I couldn't risk being seen. As I rested, I noticed a small group of dragons in the sky, performing what seemed like aerial dances, their movements synchronized and graceful. I felt an unexpected sense of calm wash over me as I watched them. It reminded me of my own youth, of the days when I, too, danced in the skies without a care in the world. I was awakened by a distant roar, a cry of desperation. I snapped my eyes open, looking toward the source of the sound. Far off, I could see a dragon struggling in the air, its wings flapping frantically as it tried to stay aloft. It was the white dragon I had seen earlier. I watched closely as it began to lose altitude, crashing into the lake below. I took a deep breath, considering my options. This could be my chance to capture one of them and interrogate it for information. I crept closer, using the thick foliage to remain hidden. As I approached the edge of the lake, I saw a figure emerge. A man, drenched and gasping for air. He was muscular, with a wild look in his eyes. He seemed to be searching for something. No, someone. This must be one of Drogon's disciples, I thought. But is he the chosen one? I watched as the man struggled to his feet, looking around frantically. He seemed desperate, as if he had lost something valuable. I decided to make my move. I leapt from the shadows, my wings unfurled as I landed in front of him with a thundering crash. The man stumbled back, eyes wide with fear. Who are you?" he stammered. I grinned, baring my teeth. "I am the Queen," I hissed. "And you, little human, are about to tell me everything you know." He tried to run, but I was faster. I grabbed him by the arm, lifting him off the ground effortlessly. He kicked and struggled, but it was no use. I could feel his fear, his desperation. He was no match for me.
"Now tell me," I growled, "where's the Chosen One?"
Scene 8. The Chosen One appears. Before the man could answer, a powerful roar echoed through the forest. I turned, just in time to see a dark shape hurtling toward me. A dragon, its scales shimmering in the sunlight. I released the man, dodging to the side as the dragon crashed into the ground where I had just been standing. The dragon reared back, its eyes fixed on me with a fierce intensity. "Release him!" it growled, its voice deep and resonant. I narrowed my eyes, studying the newcomer. This was no ordinary dragon. There was something different about it, something powerful. "So," I said, a smile curling at my lips, "the Chosen One finally shows himself." The dragon did not reply, instead lowering its head, readying itself to charge. I braced myself, wings spread wide, ready for the fight of my life. Thank you for joining us on this thrilling adventure. Will the Dragon Queen succeed in her quest to find the Chosen One? Or will she face a challenge unlike any before? Stay tuned for the next chapter in our epic series. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe for more legendary tales. Until next time, may your imagination soar.